Hey, this video is about self-image and self-confidence self-image and self-confidence. I played golf this morning I was invited to play golf with someone this morning, and we played, and we were on like the fourth or fifth hole, and we were talking about confidence in golf, and this guy that I played with, he's a surgeon, and I asked him how many times he was in surgery per week. I said, are you doing like one a day or more than one a day or one a week? And he said, I'm doing surgery about 3 times a week, and sometimes he said he used to do more, like 5 or 6 times a week, which to me seems incredibly stressful. So I said, in that situation, when you're giving surgery, when you're surgerying, when you have someone and you're cutting them open with a knife, do you get nervous? Is there time for nerves? Do you have anxiety? Blah, 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 blah. And he said, oh, no. And I said, well, is it because you practice so much on cadavers and, blah, blah, blah? Because we had also talked about safe learning environments for optimal technique and form performance later in a stressful situation. Meaning, like, if you had an environment that was very safe, like let's say a putting green, and there was nothing on the line, like you're not playing a putting game or you're not putting for pressure, under pressure or whatever, you're going to learn at a much faster and better rate, improve your technique at a much greater rate than you would if you were under pressure, because the pressure takes away from your ability to hone a skill. So anyway, we were talking about cadavers and all this stuff, and he said, no, look, Sam, golf is 100 times harder than surgery. He said, I can have a 40,000 RPM drill a centimeter away from someone's spinal cord and be completely confident. But when I have a 4-foot putt, there's no way I'm going to be confident. He said, there's just so much that can go wrong. There's just so much that can go wrong with a 4-footer. I mean, really, in life and death. I mean, there's so few things that are life and death. But surgery with a 40,000 RPM drill next to a spinal cord is almost pretty much, I mean, maybe you don't die, but you're definitely going to be paralyzed in some way if something goes wrong. And please, there's so much that can go wrong. You can miss by a centimeter, and someone can be paralyzed for the rest of your life. However, I'm not telling you who this guy is. He's a really great guy. But he said, there's so many things that can go wrong in golf, and it's just surgery could never be as difficult as golf. So then we got back to the point that this must be some sort of, or I alluded to the point that surgery for him, he had extreme self-confidence in surgery, so much so that he would say that nothing can really go wrong with a 40,000 RPM drill a centimeter away from a spinal cord. But in golf, he has the opposite. He has very, 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 very low self-confidence in golf. I wouldn't say this if he hadn't said that golf could never be. I asked him, is there a golfer in the world that might ever feel as confident over a 4-footer as you feel when you're drilling someone's back apart? And he said, no. You could never do that in golf. So this, which I don't believe, by the way, because Steve Elkington made 100% of putts inside 4 feet last year. So I'm pretty sure if you handed Steve Elkington a putter and a ball and said, you got 4 feet to go, can anything go wrong? He'd say no. And I'm sure he believes it, because after you make every putt inside 4 feet all year long, you have confidence, like like this guy I played with today has with a 40,000 RPM drill. So self-confidence and self-image, I think, have everything to do with what our performance is like. And probably further, had we played more golf, we probably would have gotten into, and I think we will at some point in the future, the fact that if this guy can find, if he can have that much confidence, self-confidence, if he has such a high self-image in surgery, why not use that and transfer it and try to say, okay, if I can do this, if I can drill a hole in somebody's back with a 40,000 RPM drill a centimeter away from their spinal cord, if I can do that, I can surely do something like keep the face square long enough and get the speed just even close to right to make a 4-foot putt. So that's where I think that maybe needs to go. Anyway, I thought I'd share that story with you because it's kind of phenomenal. That's it. Self-confidence, self-image, and golf and surgery.